Good afternoon, Base Invaders fans. I'm Kaz, he's Pridä, and this is the Base Invaders 7-man EU event. Pridä, how are you doing, my man?
I am doing very well tonight. Really excited to cast this event with you and see who's gonna come out on top today.
Yeah, we are just piddling around in the supermarket here. It'll say 7-man event, and it's Pridä's first cast. So do give him a warm welcome in chat if you are watching with us on Twitch. And we're going to fly you around the map, do our usual thing. of taller bases, taller PvP while we're in the attack phase. We've got 29 minutes and a bit of people going around and running riot with AKs and bolties and all sorts of other assorted weapons. We'll start down here in the southeast first. You see here, Team Zero wins. Got themselves nice and prepared already. Nearly finished building up there. You can see just a bit of twig left. But if we have a quick look at the rooftop, oh, it's tidy. Anti-splash elements with the armoured roof and with the lattice work of the half walls. That'll be very tasty for them to rooftop defend. And if we go across the road as well.
We can already see some teams racking up points. Zero win in the lead, as you already mentioned, but close behind we have Anan and the Beast, with all our 1 point contestants, RNC, Oranges, Idol, and Team Russia.
Yep, obviously very early days at the moment. You'll see these points quickly tally up. Zero wins, just trying to poke a bit at all good here. They're next door neighbours. And obviously earlier we saw Pridä in the Grace phase. We saw so many teams have built nearly on top of each other. I think maybe Zero wins. I want to be really aggressive really quickly here.
Yeah, already we see 2 people being shot down dead. Currently waiting on their backtimers to respawn. And
good trade by all good. Just getting the player out of the way for Zero wins. We'll see as well. If you do see any stuttering with the stream, do bear with us. Obviously the server is taking a bit of a beating at the moment while people finishing their bases, but it will smooth out as the tournament goes on. Just looking at this, die for this, just sitting in a very lovely little spot. Just having a nice time. Oh, there we go. First bit of action. Idol gets the helicopter down. Let's go have a look for that. Up in D5. As it renders in a second.
yeah, 3 players I can see of Idol. The helicopter is close to their base, so they've taken it down and are now on their way over to start grabbing the loot that fell out.
Yeah, it's a smart decision. So get themselves over here really quickly. They are in, not a lonely area. You've got people there. You see Teemo Lover, which honestly, if you love Teemo, you need to be slapped. Look at that.
I could not agree more with that statement. But we could see maybe an encounter here. Maybe Teemo Lover is able to pick one off of Team Idol if he sneaks up correctly. But vice versa.
Oh,
they engage in the firefight. Teemo Lover gets the first kill on Team Idol. Still, 2 people alive. Still, the trade could go on now.
Yeah, you can see Within getting the walls up there down to our bottom right, just where the flames are. So it's a smart move from, I believe this is Yogi Bro, normally of Potato team. And he's just sneaking around. He does love a bit of solo work, so it would make sense.
But Idol is sneaking up on Teemo Lover as well. I think he has not noticed him yet.
Within is there. Smart move by Teemo Lover to flank a bit more.
Oh. And Teemo Lover gets taken out by Vivin.
Nice try though.
And although again, the fight now continues on with I am queued up top, also engaging Team Enyo and Team Idol at the same time.
Yep, Gibbons trying to put themselves in. These are the 3 teams in the north as well. Idol at the top left, Enyo in the middle, and Gibbons top right. So Enyo have got to be careful, because if they annoy 2 different teams, they're bang in the middle of it and could get double raided. But again, Idol looking okay here. If we do obviously the high scan of the area, they've got some good coverage, got some good distance between his teams. And we see Enyo have managed to kill I Am Cute. Ooh. Max takes a bit of a beating there.
Yeah, but the rest of Team Gibbons has set themselves up in the train yard with great angles onto this team fight, just waiting for one of the guys from Team Enyo to peek their head out, and they managed to beam Yummy instead of Team Idol.
Yeah, Enyo will play really safe up here, but Idol, committing numbers out here. So it's looking good for Idols to hold this, and again, as a reminder to people, in terms of the points available from these. 15 points from the helicopter, 15 points from the Bradley tank. With the helicopter though, 5 crates, 3 points per crate. So definitely want to be getting as many of these crates as possible. Idle, we're currently on 3 points in 6th place. If they get all of these, they do take top spot off the best. And we'll jump up there with 18 points. Plus however many kills they get here. Let's have a look at Within pushing.
Yeah, but I think Idol is not gonna get away uncontested while trying to take this crate. Yummy Yummy dead again. But it seems that currently he has to wait a bit for his respawn. So we will see how this fight over these helicopter crates will be evolving in the next couple of seconds.
Yeah, but say looking at Max, he's just keeping him under pressure. You can see Under's taking a good bit of fire there. Freya spots Max. See the white on them is their HP, the yellow is their distance away from the camera body. We use it as the gas team. Max so far uninjured, which shows that their accuracy is not that strong at the moment. Max is smartly backing away because you don't want to test fate. But so far, they are not hitting their targets. And it's not the terrible thing for Idle because they're keeping people at bay, but
now Zach has snuck into the reinforced positions in the train yard to maybe try to take out the 2 members of Team Gibbons that keep on firing onto Enyo's space and into the team fight.
Well, Enyo tried to distract and flank at the same time. Max and Co caught them. Within is up here now, Yummy Yummy 2. They're all pushing up the hill. Idle are better to attack rather than cover the helicopter. They are getting the points from the helicopter. And again, we see Timo Lover does get a kill back onto Idle, but he's just not able to make enough progress around. And I think Joker, any second, will have that last crate. There you go. So, Idle do clean up on the helicopter. They will take top spot now with 18 points. And I think you can safely say that, brother, this was nicely taken. Nice coverage, you know, they didn't have the best shooting, but they kept people at bay.
Yeah, so far now the fights seem to be dying down as the helicopter crates are taking. Steve-O still trying to push on the reminding Idle players, and Under falls. So Idle gets cleaned up, and Enyo will probably either retreat to their base now or decide to continue on the siege on the base of Idle.
Exactly. And again, you know, it's. I think we've lost the radar. There we go. Came back on. Enyo are the better PvPers. They've cleared up nicely, but they just didn't have enough time, enough grouping speed to push. As Low Sense and Joya backs off here. And they say Enyo managed to get themselves some kills. They're on 6 points, tied, effectively tied 8th with Kittens, Allgood, and Bob. And we've got 21.5 minutes to go. Enyo will want to go explore and particularly take advantage of the train yard there. We do say this every week. Monuments are really important. The dome, launch site, airfield, train yard, they're all great sources of loot, but also great sources of PvP because of it. And if we have a quick fly over here, you can see I am cute for Gibbons. He's over there. Actually, to be fair, more of Gibbons.
Yeah, and Zach and really low sense players seem to be in quite a tight spot now, healing up, but getting beamed from long range from Gibbons occupying the train yard, just like you said, using that cover to engage Team Enyo.
Yeah, exactly. You say Jomius, regular player in Base Invaders, been here for a long time, knows his stuff, and will know exactly every inch of this yard. You see there, Max and Timo. Ooh, bit of counterfire from Idle on their own roof, but putting the pain onto Max and Timo Lover, making them back off. So Gibbons looking pretty strong here. Boba in this tower, peer pressure in the next. Jomius on that roof. I think they've got a very good coverage here to protect the zone, and by holding it, all the crates that are available here will be theirs, whether that's got, you know, guns and ammunition, or explosives, or high quality metal for upgrading their base. If you have a quick pee around here, there you go, peer pressure, dropping some bits that he doesn't want in there. But this room does spawn a med crate. You can afford to stay up here and effectively be, you know, a lone sniper. Some great vantage points here with lots of coverage.
Yeah, but if we take a quick peek at the leaderboards, no Polacks are currently ahead by 5 points, now 6. So we might want to go search them and see what action they're in for.
Yep, so we just load into the launch site because no Polacks are based near here. And if anyone didn't know, they are our sort of streamer elite team. Your likes of Deathwing and Albin. You see here, obviously NN currently battling VG and Chancho over the launch site. Let's go have a look. There you go. Start to see no Polacks now. Travel a bit further as well. This is the no Polax base. Let's have a quick look at the BG's handiwork. You can see it's not quite finished yet. Very surprised by that. Did say to Pridä, as I say to you beforehand, this will probably be done by the end of Grace phase, but looks like they've just said, you know what, we'll farm up a bit more, get some more gear made up. We know we can't be attacked that successfully that early. And just leave it as
Yeah,
late
and
as
so they're
possible.
just spending all their resources to build the best fortress that they can imagine. And these little shooting slits that you see, they are very mean, because if you're trying to hit someone through that, you need like pin perfect aim. But like perspective wise, if you look outside, you can almost see everything and everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a thing I really love. Is like, innovation. BG does a lot of it, and you can see here you've got a little narrow peak down to your shooting floor. You've got a peek back outside. You've got a peek back onto your roof, the half slit. You've also then got access through here if you did. Again, access to your shooting floor, access to escape points, access to peek into your central, and access to peek the roof. So everywhere offers you 2 or 3 angles to cover against enemy fire, and it's a really nice design. At the moment, no Polax. Dylan Zito there, pushing up onto VG's base, onto Hixar. And so I mentioned actually, obviously, Relard Loopy in chat says, amazing you do this, the event, the Rivals event yesterday was bad. A lot of drama, so it's nice to see something like this. Yeah, obviously, heard a few rumours that there was some, some drama, some tilt from Alex by 11's team. The Spanish and Latin Americans getting a bit upset. Dylan Zito there, you see him down there for no Bollocks, did play on that team, so I'd love to get an insight from him at some point and just see, what went down, because obviously, anyone who watches Base Invaders, anyone who watches some of the other Rome events, Bed Wars and things, we know how much fun these events can be. So seeing an event marred by any sort of controversy, a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, but what we can see now is Finfin and Night Level slowly sneaking up onto VG space, just trying to get the cheeky picks, maybe through an angle, through a shooting hole that isn't covered well. And we see Finn almost like now finally at the front door and just waiting to see if maybe somebody will come out, if he can spot someone to shoot at. Well, Night Level is giving him the well-deserved cover.
Yep, definitely.
But now we also...
Hixar taking a lot of hits. Hixar taking a lot of hits to the face.
And VG Prefix falls. But slowly GSR is also starting to get involved and attracted by this Firefire. But as we see, those 4 bases are very close together. So we're going to see a lot of action here as well once the attack phase is over and we're starting to see the raid phase.
Yep, and so we've got 16 minutes, 30 seconds to go as Night Level goes down. Again, there is someone out here. There you go, Hozinzel from GSR. Popping at the tree line. Bunny under fire as well. Finn goes down. Bit of a side swipe here, combined from VG and GSR. And no Polax getting caught out in the open fields. Again, look at this. Such smooth terrain. We see a lot of bumpy hillsides in Base Invaders. And just this bit, though, clearly why a couple of teams have built here is so flat, so easy to build on. But it does mean you have to be very careful with peeking out, and especially when you've got a forest there next to you, a little bit of woodland. It does provide natural cover, very difficult to spot people when they're sneaking through. And Hozinzel, nice bit of walling.
But what I'm excited to see is which teams will sort of work together in the raid phase to collapse onto the bases in the middle. I mean, here's a wonderful example of 2 bases that are just sandwiched between 2 others, and so can be very devastating to be the middle man in such an exchange.
So we did have someone in chat saying have a look at F14. Just have a quick peek on the map. So F14's over here in snow, and that is Team G. Yep. Oh, that's why. Yeah, Spazzy EXE saying have a look. This is Team GN. Team GN love the fact that they live in my head rent free. It's just they build a very high, very backwards facing base, lots of shooting floors, and even have a couple of windows like this just to really trigger me because that's not tidy, guys. What? But it's just it's just a massive tower of shooting floor, and it's so obnoxious, but it works. It annoys everybody. It's always heavy for PvP, always heavy for raiding. So why break it? They're getting entertainment, they're getting action, and fair play to them for it. They've got a nice little gatehouse there. Rather than using the proper gates, they've built their own custom ones in as like defense peaks again on the front. And ultimately, this is a very solid base. So fair play to GN. We did see another attack helicopter went down on the coast. And 0 wins. Xbox player got an 8-kill streak. Let's have a look here. They're on 22 points. Still some crates to go, Pridä.
Yeah, still some crates to go. I'm currently taking a look at the base is near it, and it seems that 0 wins is currently trying to engage up on all good. And they're probably fighting over who gets to claim these crates back there.
Yep, and this is Xbox player we mentioned before on an 8-kill streak. A couple more and he will hit that 10-kill streak. That gets announced in the chat as well. There's 9. Can he get the 10th while we're watching? Again, obviously, it does require them to have gear to be counting as a point. But 0 wins are sitting pretty. Second place tied with the best, 26 points. Only a couple ahead of RNC. And as a reminder as well, whichever team ends the attack phase with the most points does get 10 bonus points as well as a reward for getting involved in PvP. In the past, we did have a lot of people using the attack phase as a farm phase, as a build phase, on top of the 30 minutes grace. So we want to encourage, people to get out there, get fighting, bring us some entertainment. That's what we're all here for. PvP and raiding. So far, they're not letting us down.
Yeah, but what concerns me a bit about All Good's base is that we still see a lot of twig up top, and I'm wondering if they're going to be able to finish it in the next 12 minutes while being under constant attack from 0 wins.
Yep, and that's the thing. Obviously, building close to each other, getting your base up quickly. On the upside, they've got sheet metal in, which is, all we could ask for. They've built that up. They've got a good piece of armoured. You can hear them building still. Obviously, they're building this little central pillbox. It's a bold move, but the problem is, this is wood. If they got the materials, they'd have upgraded it. As you say, Pridä, I think as Turks Rally goes down, I think we're going to see a case of they're going to get wood to finish this off, and it won't be enough. And that's 0 wins are going to plow through this with the raid phase. They're going to rocket the way through. They've already got an M249 off the drops as well. Look at him. Die for this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the entire 0 wins team is just there, sieging all good. From every corner you could imagine, there is no safe place in this space that they can stand up top and go on building.
Yep, and say it's a good surrounding. And, they've got them penned in nicely. And ultimately, yeah, even if Olga do push them out, 0 wins are built so close by, they can just get back here in a second. Just looking at the chat as well, Loopy says, how do you get in these events? Discord there, which I've just linked in the chat, that will allow you to join in. On Wednesdays, we announce the sign-ups for these tournaments. Again, we also announce the team size. Not every week is the same size. This week in the 7-mans, and we've got 2 events every Sunday for EU and NA respectively. So if you want to get involved, you can sign up that way. We do have VIP and normal sign-ups. Obviously, there is a priority queue for VIPs who normally favour Base Invaders or Rustoria, that sort of thing. So they can get in that way as a bit of a guaranteed spot. But again, it is first come, first serve. And if you haven't got a team, we do have an LFG section. So don't feel like you want to take part but you haven't got a team. People will always be interested in taking on new members, especially when they need subs and that sort of thing. And if there's enough of you, just form your own team. An LFG team, that would be nice. But all good seem completely under control here by 0 wins. So we're going to have a quick look around the map elsewhere too. So there's a few of the bases we didn't get to see. Obviously, we saw down here, no Pollux. That's about as far as we got, really. Here's Russia's base. You got Lil Pick, Inky. And again, it's a bit of a monumental one, this one. It renders into place. Look at that. Hatches and just gaps everywhere.
Yeah, and slowly the leaderboard starts to get bigger and bigger as now the also a bit smaller teams start to rack up some points. The ones that, as you said, maybe used this attack phase more as a farming phase and building phase. So GN, we see them on the scoreboard now, and our peers in last place with 2 points.
Yep, I'll see that requires, if in case anyone else hasn't got any points, then maybe someone's not on the board. But as far as we're aware, there's about 23 teams in to date, so it should be a good event. You can see that helicopter in the distance has spawned in, so that'll be inbound very shortly. If we look on the map, it isn't showing quite over there just yet. When it does hit the proper map range, it will kick into place. But power plant, there are a few teams nearby. Obviously, we've seen Russians. Kittens are nearby as well. which is just asking for trouble. And another team amongst our regulars. Do a gunfight. So who are they picking on? Oh, this is GN. There we go. So are they trading with GN at the base? Yes, they are. Mango getting in the mix here. Sexy Dave. I mean, subjective. Maybe he is sexy, maybe he's not. Who knows? But Sexy Dave has got Mango locked down. Alita on the hillside taking the fire. Dave countered by Mango.
Yeah, and sadly, I have nothing better to report back from All Good Space. Still, they're being completely sieged through, not allowed to even stick their head outside unless they want to get beamed. And so, 0 wins is just racking up these points.
Yep. And worth pointing out as well, 0 wins has started hacking a crate too. There are occasionally hackable crates around the map, usually 2 or 3 max. And again, they drop in 10 points as Killer Bee goes down. Kittens are looking to push on GN a bit. Again, told you the action comes in. But yeah, another crate option potential there. And prod the base here. RNC's base. Veteran team often have won the event. And they'll be looking to get some trouble. Here's the dome. I mentioned monuments being important. Snowmers all over this dome. Looking for the materials. Fly for the other side. Speedy camera. And up on top though is Coombs for NN. Gotta be careful, Snowmers are sending multiple people upstairs. Again, you'll notice the half crouches, trying to cover his footsteps. That's a heavy amount of fire there. Coombs goes down, gets spotted for the gap. But RNC are picking on Snowmers. And there's that attack Eddie too. I think GN are going for that one. So spin back around the back.
Yeah, GN are shooting it down, but as well, Kitten's Eve has snuck up behind Sexy Dave and taken him down. And I think just before they had a pretty successful raid, or not raid, but a pretty successful siege on the base of GN as well. So they're keeping them occupied, and they're just all trying to get that helicopter down.
It's going down. There you have it. RNC Fax gets the last hit. So, that'll make it interesting. So, no points for taking a helicopter down, it's only for looting it. However, Fax is on the hillside there, Kittens below, GN in their base, Kittens in the supermarket as well. RNC might want to come and contest this. Maybe sneak around. But that's
Kittens moving up though.
It's a great spot for Kittens. I don't know if RNC have got the ability to make the move. Fax is taking a really wide sweep here. And taking some shots up the hill. Mango not happy with Fax and saying, you know what? This is our zone. Go away. And yeah, chat. I see Jack and Jampot talking about the drops.
Yeah, and finally GN managed to get rid of the mole in Alita that was just sneaking around their base, but Kitten's returning fire and taking out 2 members of Team GN.
Yep, and you see RNC Eclipse trying to do the same as well, sneak past while they're all fighting. Yeah,
Sneaky Dave still has not respawned so far.
Not yet. Yeah,
but now we can see some.
So everyone's talking about the drops. The drops are disabled now. They were just Thursday to Saturday for the Twitch Rivals event that was on. So that was only then, I'm afraid. Obviously, future events, drops will be on. So this one was just a limited Easter one before the Easter Sunday.
And we see RNC on the hillside trying to fire down on the members of Team Kittens that tried to run over to this helicopter site. Mango caught in heavy crossfire. Managed to build himself up some defensive walls, but 3 members of RNC just have their sights on him, and whenever you see a pixel of him, they start beaming him down.
Yep. Some good walling up there. But we are looking at the site behind. And so far, nobody's been able to get across to the helicopter. Dave is dead. Eve is taking fire and having to stay safe. Snomers don't look like they're coming around just yet. I think they're still busy with Ed Tripler there for on the other side of the hill. So radar showing that. So at the moment, it is just a case of heavy trading between Kittens and RNC. And you can see here, this is where they're fighting. Down in the valley near Kitten's base. RNC are just denying them access to the crates, which is smart, but it might mean that GN can go for the move instead.
Yeah, all crates are still available.
Yep.
Hawkeye is slowly moving away, trying to get a better angle, a better grasp of the situation, while the fighting continues.
Yep. And GN are watching. They are Killer Bee. You can see her popping shots up the hill at RNC. Mango. And down there. Suit. Elite coming out. One member down for Kittens. Sexy Dave still dead there. And Eve has finally made the push down the ground. Eve trying to get back up. So yeah, Eve isn't actually making the push still. Eve's just sticking on there, holding the ground. So presumably happy to wait it out. Looking at the points as well. There's a 0 wins in third, the best second, no Palax first, 58. I'm trying to remember where the best were based.
Yeah, and now we're 3 minutes on the dot remaining in this attack phase, and then we're gonna start seeing some explosive actions, some bases that will be taken down quite rapidly, I imagine, just because of their locations.
Yep. You see here Gibbons base, and so wooden compound not the greatest, but otherwise base looks okay. Just while we're on the lookout for the best. Kvetching Christ, Twitch staffer, Rust aficionado, streaming extraordinaire, asks, are there any pictures of Sexy Dave? I'm afraid not. But there are some pictures on your screen of Sexy HSP base, because that is a mixture of stone and sheet and a twig compound. Oh no. I really hope there's more to come from this HSP base. I see one furnace going, Pridä. It's not promising. I think
yeah, one furnace is not good. We also can see NN decided to just start building like a massive base out here, but all of their furnaces are outside, so they can be looted quite easily.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the server... Ooh, now. This is a bit unusual. So, GC under fire. Where are we here? Up in P5. Now, this is one that could technically breach the rules. So, I'm going to flag that for the... Just passing on to the staff team there. So, normally you are allowed to build like a foundation to build a base on. Or to build beds on, for example, when you're building a little raid starting outpost. But you aren't supposed to build any sort of elevation like that fort peeking over. GC have done a half job of their base. This is not complete. Obviously, as we look around, you know, this base is it's gonna die. Let's be kind. It's gonna die. So the best looking in control here, looking like they're going to keep GC on the lockdown, and it makes sense why.
On launch site, we see some heavy PvP going between 3 teams, and then Chuncho and No Polex are starting to get involved. Or, well, let's call it better, Night Level gets caught in the middle of basically 3 other teams trying to take him down.
Yep. So you can see here, No Polex, Night Level, however you want to pronounce it. Where's he at? Is he lurking at it yet? Yes, he is. Sneaking across the floor yet. Looking to get himself. Oh! Goes down. Who was that behind us? Oh, it's Voxy. Sneaky Voxy. You might recognise Voxy from Flossie. Mixture of different players these days, so team names do change a bit. That was a decent kill. And someone trying to get out of danger.
And people are starting to climb these monuments just to get some good shooting angles, and 999 has put himself up in this control tower trying to find maybe BG or Voxy just to shoot at and kill.
Yep. So, 0 wins nicked No Polax on 69 points to 68. So they got the bonus 10 points as well, so they jump into a lead. Again, it's still close, but they did take the bonus attack points. And now we keep an eye on the map for raids, and there you go. Raid has started up here. base is very incomplete. Let's have a look. Flying through the mix here. They are down and breached in. This is already a scuff base. There's TC. And that was a
that
great
TC
start.
will fall very soon.
First base, first try. We found TC. That's the sign of a good cast. And there you go.
And TC is gone, and MFS was eliminated by Bob.
And Bob, 40 points for taking a TC. They now jump into first place. Over 0 wins and no Pollux. 103 points. I mean, no surprise. There's no compound. The base isn't built. They've just been pressured straight away. And see Team Bob next door. Solid compound, solid roof structure. They've got splash soaking with the half walls. You know, they've got turrets up there. It's just a better prepared base. They've clearly dominated the area for kills and for the resources to build up. And that's the danger of building next to somebody else. You know, if you're not confident enough that you can, you know, fight for those resources and keep people at bay, well, you're going to get punished, and that's exactly what's happened. So there are more teams nearby, and Bob will no doubt be looking at them.
If I could quickly guide your attention to K16, which is where the 4 very close bases were built together. We have a lot of starting crossfire that's going on there already.
Yeah.
With people dying left and right so far. They have just reset, and now they are just waiting to get more picks to maybe get that one important dead player to then move up and start raiding the base.
Yeah. So just below, so we do see GC have been eliminated as well. Our second elimination, literally 2 bases along from the last fight. This base did look like it was going to get raided straight away, and the best have breached and gotten TC. So they are cleared out as well. And what was the location? Sorry, K16?
Exactly.
Yeah. You can see here as it
in
loads
K16,
in.
we can see GSR Oranges, VG, and back here Barber in a crossfire. We see also RNC Fax has quite the overwatch point on this whole shebang to maybe see if he can call out to his teammates when they can have an opportunity to maybe flank away Team Barber.
Yeah, and so it's a lot of bases in a close proximity here. So there's a lot of action, plus the walls as well do take up server space. It can be a pain in the arse, these walls. They do have a lifespan of about 8 minutes, so they don't stay forever. Because we've seen it before in the past where just people walled everywhere, forever and ever and ever. And it's like, well, no. Zigzag goes down, but it's all just a lot of skirmish PvP here. We've got Boom behind us. Let's go have a look at that. It's a loud amount of explosions. Snowmers. Snowmers are pushing NN here. NN, veteran team, regulars in the tournament. No pushover, but already getting laid into. Oh, enjoy the explosions. Oh, wow. That was TC.
I was about to say Comms had a great angle onto Snowmers, but they just managed to blow out the TC right there. Now continue firing at the space to maybe try to find some leftover loot.
Yep. And again, obviously the base will decay inside 3 minutes, but that's 3 minutes they might not want to wait, so they are free to blow into this base, get themselves access to loot into the core. That's why I said lore. Loot, core, lore. There you go. So they'll punch this a little bit more, then they'll run inside now with ladders and get themselves in. But that is a very effective raid, very quick. And this could be another one. Team Allgood getting raided by 0 wins. With high faith for this one. Already though, we've had 3 raids, we've caught 2 TCTs on camera, and 1 we were only a fraction behind. Let's see if we can catch another one really quickly, because Allgood are getting battered here.
Yeah, Allgood is just trying to somehow stay alive while their base gets blown to bit. They're not seeming to get any good shooting angles from that top floor, and the ragdoll is entertaining, but not very helpful up there.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously the style inside is sort of an advent calendar. We do say this, advent calendar or the deal or no deal. Lots of doors, behind which door is going to be the TC. And at the moment, just a free reign here, free hitting, 0 wins. Even though all good at putting out smoke grenades, it's not enough. You know, it's not going to stop the invasion. And as soon as they've broken a bit more, I think they'll try to rush it. And,
yeah, and at the same time, I can report that Team Kittens is making a very convincing raid onto Team Russia on ad I-17, I-18. So currently they're just in a standoff firefight, but Kittens have blown off big part of the outside compound wall and already managed to blow up some of the steel walls outside.
Yeah, we'll quickly head over there in a second. I want to give it just a little bit more on the all good base because it's so flimsy. I think 0 wins. The second we go, it's always that caster curse. The second we leave a raid like this, they find TC straight away. We have a quick peek. You've opened the door, I'm allowed to look. That's the rules. You'll see, say core beds there. Another great point that if 0 wins can breach that, then they'll be able to stop them spawning. But seeing as the rockets are slowing down, let's head for that. What was the coordinates on that, sorry? I think it was down here, wasn't it?
That would have been I-17, I-18.
Oh, I'm good.
And we just see Kittens standing there in a line, just trying to rain down havoc onto Team Russia.
Yeah, you can see here just a wall of stuff.
And we see the opportunity, or no Poleaxe, walking up behind the backs of Kittens and cleaning off a leader right as she respawns, and is now trying to mess with Kittens, but gets beamed instantly by the rest of the team.
Yeah, and so it's Russia are not pushover team. Kittens, though, are fellow Russians and Ukrainians, all the mixed people. You know, the Balkan states, Baltic states, very Eastern Europe. And no love lost between any of these guys. And so, you know, picking on an aggressive neighbour early on, yes, it's risky. But, you know, for Kittens to get rid of Russia, even the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, they're only 8 minutes into a raid now, but if they can get rid of them in the next 20 minutes, that's a fantastic move to take out such a big rival.
But no Poleaxe now want a piece of the action. You see them moving in on Kittens, trying to get some good opportunities. Bunny already managed to pick away Mango and Athena before, and on the other side, we had Finfin moving in, but he was sent straight back to his spawn point.
Yeah, you see Finn in the distance spawning in. But so it's going to be a bit of a back and forth here. Russia know how to defend though, and again with Kittens getting attacked by no Poleaxe as well, it could be a case that they get in each other's way for a little bit. So we're going to check just a little bit further up the road because some raiding going on here, but I think it's just a bit of splash damage. So let's head further north because this one's a proper raid. Enyo making a push on the RPers, Gibbons as well. You can see. Good walling, they've got some beds potentially down here. Yep, beds at the back.
I wouldn't want to be the RPers in this situation. I mean, if you have two teams pushing up on two sides of your base, it is very, very hard to defend.
Exactly, it's all falling apart quite quickly here for the RPers. They spin around the back as well. Here's Gibbons knocking 7 bells at the back end too. I think the worry is, you know, one of these teams is going to splash open the side and just find TC that way. The same we saw with Team NN. President Tabunga in chat says, what's going on here then? Well, this is Base Invaders. It's an event we hold twice every Sunday. This is the EU event. We've got the NA event coming up at about 8 o'clock UK time. And basically, it's a raid and PvP tournament.
Yeah, currently we have 2 death timers ticking on our peers. Now they managed to respawn, but they're under heavy siege from both teams still, not managing to fend off any of their attackers currently. But it seems like it is just a stalemate of our peers using those shooting slits that I mentioned before to just try to get these cheeky picks on Gibbons. And now Enyo is starting to engage Gibbons as well because they think, well, we want to kill this base alone. You don't need to help us, and we get more points if we take you out with it, so...
Yeah, and I think if I was Team Enyo, I'd be saying, right, let's take off this one wall in front of us, make it so that we can get back inside, and then once we've done that, then we'll push around onto Gibbons. But at the moment, it looks like the C4 in the wall there in front of us. There you go, you can see C4 blowing through.
And all good was eliminated finally by 0 wins.
So, took a little bit longer than we expected, but at the same time, wasn't too difficult. They've gone within the first 12 minutes of the raid phase. Good work, 0 wins, and they are now top spot, 134 points. Not bad at all. Swing around the back end. Oh, they're doing a lot of RPs here to try and repair this back side, which makes me think maybe TC's around here somewhere. Just because the effort they're going to, they're more concerned with this side than they are with Enyo's side. Nax takes a heavy hit from Max and Deepex.
Yeah, now finally got a hole in the compound wall, trying to push in, but the RPers were eliminated. The TC was struck.
Where was that? That was it. TC has gone. Gibbons, take out the RPers. Damn, splash damage on that one. Got that one.
Yeah, now Gibbons seems to be retreating back up to their walls while they took out some parts of Enyo, which now have backed off as well, and start to regroup in our peer space.
It's a smart move from Enyo to back off, you know, don't waste your time. But HSP are under attack. Oh, that's a lot of people. Bob and the Best all competing, and Idle. HSP are in a lot of trouble here. The Best. I am cheating, by the way. Sneaks his way around the side. Sack there as well. There's a lot of Bob members dead. Best spawning at their bags. Big Pappy T. Is he going to come and have a play? Or is he just trying to steal helicopters? You never know with Pappy T. Idle have also
again,
got a
Pyrokinesis managed to blow up a hole inside and now puts down C4s to try to get into the core of this base.
Yep, you got Idle inside. I'm trying to spot who else is inside. There's so many people lurking around. Yeah. As you say, Pyrokene's lurking around here somewhere. Let's fly through the other side. Where are you at? There's Dr. Dre. It is the real Dr. Dre as well. Oh! Pyrokene's goes down.
Found. The question is, for how long can they fend off the invaders? We see on the backside, Idle climbing up with their ladders, searching for the TC. But currently, the TC is not in sight.
David Duff Live says, getting ready from 2 sides, you didn't stream it. We did. The stream is on a 5-minute delay for, you know, precautionary purposes. So you'll see here, obviously, raid coming in, and there's 0 wins. Borov scouting around his minicopter.
Oh, and inside, a lot of firefights. Idle just clearing up everybody that they can see inside, but now get taken out.
Yep. And so we're looking through. It is an Advent Calendar style again. Yeah, one of the safest build styles. But at the moment, everyone just seems to be fighting everyone else rather than doing any sort of key raiding. Breaching the compound, fair enough, you know, breaching access points, but it's all just trading. So we'll come back to the HSP base in a minute. There are a couple of raids going on. So let's have a quick look down. Because Team GN are under fire. And we know Team GN
now we
love a bit of
we
a
will
raid.
now see if their many shooting floors are going to pay off.
I mean, they usually don't. They usually do that. But
I mean, maybe they have discovered the new secret to Rust PvP's meta, so...
I mean, the new secret is actually use the shooting floors. But the problem with GN normally is they normally build themselves in such a place that annoys everybody that they get attacked from multiple sides. This time around, GN have got one side to fight from. And that's a much fairer fight and just a much more achievable fight. RNC are good, but RNC aren't in a great run of form at the moment. GN been doing much better lately than the previous. This Carson gets lit up by Joker, famous last words. But it's all just ooh, boom. That's somewhere near. Let's have a quick look. Someone's getting laid into. Timo Lover has disconnected. I'm sure Yogi will be back.
Maybe he has gone back to playing some League of Legends in the meantime.
In here, C4, GSR are repairing, but not quick enough. Oranges are trying to breach still. And there you go, you're into core, boys.
I have
some... sorry.
Maybe you want to direct your attention to H6, where Gibbons is now picking off the final loot from our peers that then start moving on, probably to find the base back there of... Let me quickly check what it is.
I'd say next door was Enyo. Let's say
exactly.
To the west, sorry. So they might want to go push Enyo. Let's have a quick check if Enyo are home. Yep, plenty of players home. They've got a couple over in the train yard too, but they are ready and raring for any action. And they've surely got to expect it. Let's have a quick check at 07. Back on the HSP base on the hill.
And we see the best and Bob moving up together with Idol as well.
Yeah.
To still try to take this hunker of a hill base down.
Just a quick one for chat as well. I know a few people are asking about the Rusty Pot free skins. Again, do check in with our staff in the Base Invader Discord if you're having any troubles. Obviously, we being the caster team, well, we're casting, so we can't really give you the help you deserve. So do check in with the staff in the Base Invader Discord. They'll be able to give you some guidance. Alternatively, Rusty Pot themselves will be able to give some help too. They have staff on hand. Ooh, ZDV going through a specific corner point. Does he know something we don't, perhaps?
Yeah, but HSP is still trying to hold on, trying to repair the holes in their outside hull, but as we can see, they already have invaders on the roof. With what you mentioned, ZDV is up there. And slowly others will start to climb up with the ladders that are there, but it seems that HSP has stabilized a bit. But still, they have some moles inside that they need to take care of.
Well, Chocolate Mike has killed off the invader. He's heard him. He's like, you know what? You are getting dealt with. And again, for all that, you know, I was rude about HSP's base being too heavily stone. They're getting repair work in. They're getting it saved. Getting it built back up. So, again, I don't think this is going to be one that's gone anytime soon. But could be a great PvP point.
Meanwhile, we have Idol and the Best investing many resources into this raid. So if HSP can defend it, maybe somebody will just backdoor them and take out their TC instead.
Exactly. Well, no Pollux have decided they want to commit to Russia. Watch and learn here. And you can see, Wide goes down.
At the same time, what we predicted came true. Gibbons now moving up to Enyo space, back at E7.
Yeah, we'll check that in a second. You can see Gibbons joining us on a 10-kill streak. Across to Aldic there, shooting through the gap. Finn was trying to be cheeky and peek through. And they've picked up on that one. And it's just going to be a very, say, slow and steady. You see the rockets have come and taken out No Bollock's own walls. Russia raiding to defend their own raid base. So this will no doubt last a little bit. Doesn't seem like No Pollux have got a lot of rockets ready to fire away. As Inky dies there. So let's go have a look and see what's going on with Enyo.
Exactly. So far we just see Gibbons posting up on the outside, but now Zach is on the very long flanking round. I don't know if he has been spotted yet by Gibbons, but he's probably going to try to steal some loot from the old RPer space to then shoot Gibbons into the back.
Yep, naked Zach, just having a look there. I think he's thinking if he can pick up a gun, have at it. Max is
And
out
I
pushing.
Love Scripts gets beamed by Steve-O.
Yeah. And so Max drawing some fire. Steve getting the shot in. Jeremy is lobbing some rockets from over back here as well. Smartly using the base, you know, the tree line and the wall. Elastic Man fell at the roof. But yeah, doing good damage here on Enyo's base.
Yeah, we can start to see the first couple of holes as these rockets come flying in. But nothing quite open yet. So they're still protected by their doors and by more walls, but the rockets just keep on raining in and doing the damage that they're supposed to. We see now really low sense player trying to snipe out, trying to maybe get one of these peeking rocketeers to die, basically.
Yeah.
But as a quick recap of the scoreboard, currently we have the best leading at 160 points, 0 wins. Just behind with 137, no poleaxe, 135. And then the next closest one are Oranges and Bob sharing the 4th and 5th place with 124 points.
So it's a nice close leaderboard at the moment at the top end. Obviously, really, anyone top 7 is in a good spot. Below them. Surprised that Kittens are in 10th place, 76 points. Thought they'd do more. Again, Enyo under fire, been unlucky with a couple of raids that Gibbons beat them to the punch. And Russia under attack at the moment from raid. So, some of these teams, bit of a surprise low down the leaderboard than we thought, but that's the nature of Base Invaders, you know. Some of the good teams can get hit out early, some of the bad teams, or some of the newer teams, whatever you want to call them, can, you know, really upset the apple cart and surprise people. At the moment, Gibbons are just laying waste to this base. Very surprised at Enyo's lack of pressure to get rid of them. Just have a quick check of Zach. Gibbons eyeing cute spots that Zach is over there and would have reported that one.
And
Zach
by the
doesn't-
point tally of no poleaxe, you can tell that they're slowly getting these picks to finally get into Russia's base. And with a quick view over there, you will see that they managed to do quite a bit of damage now and are starting to get inside this base.
Yeah, and you'll notice as well, Zach did all that looting for about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, only to just get shot by the first person he encountered. So maybe not the most worth it, and then respawned at Sleeping Bag, bang in the middle of this. Momius getting slotted by low sense player on the roof there. Yeah, the raid on NU continues. I'm going to quickly leave this and just have a check elsewhere, because obviously more fights down the map. I know we mentioned no Poleaxe. We're getting some PvP points. Well, they've pushed into the base now. Dylan Zito climbs in. Dylan Zito falls back out. Whoa. And Spin and Knight Lavelle in the mix. Oh, that's nice. Good bit of teamwork there from Lavelle and Finn. One takes the fire, one gets the kill.
And now they're slowly but surely closing distance to the still hidden tool cupboard at the moment, which they're looking to take out.
Yep, Russia, like no Poleaxe, do build, you know, complicated bases. It's not an easy fight. That's part of the fun, really, is, you know, picking on people you know are strong rivals. People are going to give you a good fight. That's exactly what this is. As number 1 gets beamed out by Prosvaldic.
But they trade back X-Stone, but Bunny is being shut down now as well, and it seems that Russia has managed to start taking out some of their invaders.
Yep, let's see what BG's up to. Oh, Lavelle goes down. Little pick coming in. BG down to Russia. Cleaning up the surprise attack.
They managed to get the majority of no poleaxe out of their base, but they're just gonna respawn and come back. They have their bet set up, built up right there. They can loot up and just re-engage back in.
So it's that's the target. Get rid of the beds here for no poleaxe, and you'll soon be able to get rid of them. But as it's taken a bit of a breather, let's go find the other raids up here by supermarket. Snowmas pushing in further with RNC onto GN's base. It's looking okay so far. I mean, there's a door open there, but they've left doors open. That's not... It's not a case
Not
of...
wise.
Yeah, I mean, the gate's not an issue when they've blown the wall open anyway, but it's just funny they've left the door open when the wall's open. But so far, again, you can see the damage done here. Just getting rid of ladders, cleaning out house. Fax is downstairs nearby. Swerve. Oh.
And a lot of players participating on that raid. We see far back, there's also at least BCPA of Kittens moving up, maybe trying to get some cheeking points in. Now Kittens moving up as well, with Hawkeye and Alita being close by now, trying to get a piece of the action. So we have a couple of teams that are just brawling it out right here. Meow Meow trying to attack the base from up top with his little helicopter, trying to see if he can find any holes in the defense of GN.
Ooh, Barber's been eliminated. That's over here. That's real close. That was quick as well. So Barber have gone. I know that it was a real fast raid because we only saw their radar kick in a second ago. Just trying to see where anyone is. Orange is showing, yeah. I don't even know where the TC would have been. That was super fast. So
yeah, and
Barber...
meanwhile, GN still has some time to restabilize, since the raiding parties have now found each other and started engaging and killing each other instead of moving on with the raid. So GN is now taking that time to fix up their base a bit, maybe fix this giant hole in their outside compound wall, which has been done now, which has basically made them reset the fight and live on for just a bit longer.
Yeah. Well, HSP are under renewed attack this time. 0 wins in the mix. And, they want to take this. 149 points. If they can take this TC, 189, they would jump back into top spot over the best. The best are still here, though. And again, if they could sneak this TC away, really extend the lead. HSP Yeserez, he's keeping them on a lockdown there. Tank Dempsey does die. ZDV is actually using the shooting floor here. That's really nice to see. Kill people from the opposition's base.
That is, of course, very useful, but it seems that now Bob is getting involved as well, as we see the first players moving up, trying to get in onto the action, maybe take advantage of a couple of these holes. Nikita now watching himself, but slowly trying to get in, maybe find a hole in the fences of the enemy.
Yeah, well, we saw Terek and Yeserez dying on the roof, so it's becoming more difficult to defend against the outside forces. There's a lot of people around you. And yeah, it's just a case of not if, but when. As you see C4 going on the wall now too. Splashing as much as they can higher up. Trying to get rid of the shooting floor. Just trying to open this base up.
No Polacks have now managed to get into Russia's base and really set themselves in there. So the tool cupboard is gonna probably fall soon, since we have 6 members of No Polacks already inside of Russia's base, just taking them out as they respawn. So now it's just a matter of them finding the TC.
Well, here's a fun one. Chancho are raiding right round the back of the best while they're raiding elsewhere. Chancho are in on the best base. This could be a very, very strong hit and run raid. ZDV goes down. You can hear all the C4 and the rockets going off.
A lot of explosions, a lot of destruction going on.
good event to be your first cast, Pridä. It's all popping off. I'll say I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple more teams out in the next 15-20 minutes. There's a lot of gambling going on here, a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, a lot of raids everywhere at the same time. They're moving quick. Some are being stalled out a bit longer, but...
Ooh, he gets Greek Freak. Gets 2 kills.
Greek Freak just hopping
There's
around,
3.
trying to find the TC. No, he's defending, actually. He managed to clean out the base.
Torolf, last man standing. Somewhere. Where I lost him. He goes down the trade with Greek Freak. So that's a good raid defense by the best. They will get some points for that. Will extend their lead at the top. But it does distract them away from this raid, which is great for 0 wins.
You hear the explosions again still going off.
Yeah,
but it seems the fight has stalemated a bit now, has calmed down a bit because of Greek Freak's great triple kill that has managed to get the opposition out of his base. So they can restabilize a bit, fix their walls, and we'll see where this will go.
The best will get repaired on their base, and it's distracted them away to here to give 0 wins a much better chance on HSP. But again, we're seeing it in waves here. People don't have enough boom to break the HSP base for some reason. I'm not sure why. So it's all a bit slow there. Let's have a quick check on the Enyo, see how Gibbons are getting on. Ooh, hang on a minute.
And we just saw an 8-player kill streak from Gibbons just a second ago.
Yeah, Idols have got themselves a scrap helicopter. So let's go back to Gibbon. Just thinking in case anyone was raiding Idol. There's some boom.
One of Gibbons' players has managed to invade Enyo's base and is just lurking around in there. Still, they have not quite found him yet. He's just lurking in there, trying to blow out some doors, maybe take out a TC if he's lucky, if he's shooting directly at it with the rocket, but still, it's only a matter of time till Enyo finds him. Oh, and he gets cheese inside of their own base.
Yeah, he's close to roof. He's trying to get himself out. He will do in a second.
But meanwhile, IMQ'd and Jominus are moving in and getting into this base as well. Boba's still alive. Managing to...
GN have gone to Kittens. That's unfortunate. We'll go have a quick check on them in 1 second. Just looking at Gibbons. Oh, it's starting to take control, right. So let's have a quick peek at the GN base. Because it was all Snowmers and RNC. Loopy in chat says Base Invaders supporters didn't help either. Rusty Spot aren't answering. Not sure why Rusty Spot aren't answering. Obviously they're affiliated to us, but not our staff. Base Invaders support staff might just be a case of they are in the event with us now. So obviously do give us till after the event at the worst, and we'll get some stuff on that for you. Because again, yeah, we do have quite a number of people in here observing and keeping an eye on the.
Exactly, but again, Gibbons just have this re-entrance currently, and more.
Pridä, there you go. Unfortunately, we've lost Pridä there in the mic. So what he was trying to say was looking over here at Gibbons on Enyo. They are in full control. Got themselves in a very nice position. Just crunch up there.
Yeah, the server did not like me again, but I have I've managed to re-alive myself.
It's all right. We're just saying, yeah, we're at Gibbons here. The bomb's still going off. They are holding their upstairs floor, but at the moment it's getting very close, a bit too close.
Yeah, and just
Steve goes, Zach gets the shot in though, falls down. Does he actually get him? No, he didn't. He fell to safety. Unlucky.
Yeah, Anyos just cannot find the time to repair their base enough so that Gibbons are being kept outside, but now we're going over to visit Zero Wind's raid.
Yep, still on
Fun.
HSP. It feels like this is the bit of the stall point in the event where HSP, Enyo, Russia, just 3 bases that are they're just holding out enough that it's just not keeping the action going quite the same pace with what we started. You know, we've got 6 teams out at the moment, 7 teams out, sorry. You know, we saw such a swift pace of elimination. And now everyone's just taking a bit of an extra second just to, you know, calm down. Ah,
Zero Wins managed to
yeah,
find and hit PC,
it was
so
in there. So Zero Wins
HSP
get
is
it.
out.
After all that, they get the TC. So it definitely wasn't the upstairs one, it was this downstairs corner. If the TC doesn't have anything in it, because it doesn't have to, if it doesn't have anything in it, though, it will just disappear. So there'll be no crate left or no twig. So yeah, Zero Wins. Get the TC. Nice move. Just put them well within reach of the top spot. Keeps them in the action with no Pollux as well in third. It's a very, very tight top 4, really. Though, if RNC get their way, maybe they can take out someone like Oranges and jump them into 4th place. Kick them out the tournament. So, looking around, we've still got the raid of Russia, and we've still got the raid of Enyo. So let's have a look at Enyo. I think they're the more likely to get eliminated at the moment.
Yeah, what surprises me is that the little 4-base group huddle that we had down there has not shown any signs of active raiding yet. So they were just like, nah, I will leave you alone and you will leave me alone and we're both gonna be fine with it. We'll deal with each other later. But
Max
now
goes
Enyo,
down.
Max falls.
Good ball work there. Oh, Deepex. Clean.
They managed to clear out Gibbons' members and can now maybe finally patch up that hole in their outside walls so they cannot keep coming back in however they feel like it.
Yeah. That's Russia. I said literally no seconds ago. I said, yeah, Russia aren't the more likely to be eliminated compared to Enyo. Well, they've gone. No Pollux, whatever you want to say. Get taken out. That's a big, big movement for no Pollux.
Yeah, they're taking the lead with that, exactly. And now they're just trying to cash grab everything they can find to maybe use Russia's loot to directly move on to the next door neighbors.
I wonder, are these guys raiding? Is this the boom I can hear? Someone's getting boomed. I'm trying to spot it. There's a gap in there, wall. Maybe Orange is a rooftop raiding. Let's have a quick check for rockets. Don't see any. There was some boom nearby. I definitely heard it. But let's head down to S17 then. There's Zero Wins are getting picked on by Chancho. And VG Hixar is in the mix for some reason. Now, where's Hixar? There's Hixar. Interesting. Although Shawait's here too. How? What? So I think from the guess here then, Shawait and VG and Hixar, I think the pair of them got themselves into the mix. Have been pushed back out of raiding. But now it's all on Chancho. Rocket's picking up pace. You see,
And we just see them picking out behind these walls, just in their defensive position, trying to blow open the cover of Team Zero Wins so they can maybe get a pick and then finally start moving on through the walls and the outer compound walls.
Yeah. Just quick look at the chat as well. Bowling Ball using the command drop. Drops aren't currently on at the moment. They were Thursday till Saturday for the Twitch Rivals event, which did obviously feature our own Rustoria sheet metal door, and the large box for storage. Which we are first community server to get those sorts of skins, and big shout out to Milo Frito who designed them because they are also the first reflective skins in the game. Obviously more will come in the future, but still, it's nice to go on milestones on behalf of the organisation. And just looking here though, rather than hitting milestones, Voxy just getting hit in the face. Oh.
But while Voxy was getting beamed down, the other members managed to move up and maybe try to get holes. They will get into a firefight soon, but so far no more progress than just this hole in the outside wall has been made.
Yeah. Just looking around, I say the damage seems to be focused on the one side they're on at the moment, but more will come. These guys are definitely working their way up. Chad goes down. Big Puppy T and Thumb are making their way up, and again, it's a dead end. It's a nice idea. Thought TC might be in there, but it was just a bait.
Yeah, these bases are really constructed like labyrinths. You have to check out every nook and cranny, and if you're lucky, into the first corner you go, you'll find a TC, and if you're not that lucky, you're just going to be searching for ages while Zero Wins just will keep on respawning and try to hunt you down.
Oh, Arbers. Did he drop as well, or did he get away with it? He got away with it. Wow.
Now somebody's trying to move on his toes. Going
T.
up there.
Oh, Big Puppy T.
Big Puppy T manages to win that quick gunfight right there, but still they're trying to just break the most important walls and trying to get through. As we hover over here, we can see a lot of other people starting to trade.
Yep, Chancho being forced out. Idle are now turning up. Zero Wins also pushed out to defend, so while Big Puppy T is still in the mix, still on the offensive. It's not for long.
Yeah, he'll get taken out sooner or later, but the question is, what damage can he do to this base while he's still in there? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be Chancho that takes advantage of this. It could also be a quick thinking Team Idol that just take the damage that Chancho has done to then go on destroying Zero Wins TC.
There comes the barrage. Idle bombing. This is getting turned up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Idol continuing where Chancho has left off. Now finally, Big Puppy T being taken out. Zero Wins restabilize in their own base, but now Idol is pushing up. You see Yummy already inside the compound. Xbox player now trying to push out, maybe get a cheeky pick, but Idol's got him locked down.
It's a great angle to see him lay into this. You see the rockets just drifting in. Obviously Idle's slowing down a little bit there. I think that's they're trying to guess where they need to be focusing.
Yeah, and again, Idol slowly moving up by building these compound walls that they can hide behind to get themselves into cover from the fire, and slowly the rockets start actually cracking the core parts of the base.
And as we have a quick look in here, you can see breaching the outer skin. We look inside though. You can see how it's hidden. Cubicles hidden in the walls here. So this is the style they've gone for. Rather than being the normal advent calendar, they've buried a lot of the action inside the walls. So worth pointing out as well as we've got 14 teams left in the event. Only 14 teams show on the scoreboard at the end. So everybody in the event will show on the scoreboard at the end now, unless they're eliminated. And it's something we've said previously. We've never had an event where the event ended because only one team was left. We've got 45 minutes left. And we've only got 14 teams in the event too. Maybe this is the day that changes.
Yeah, but the lead that has been gathered by the top 7 spots, top 8 to be exact, is like almost non-matchable for the lower teams. Like, Janko is trying desperately, or has tried desperately, to get in on Zero Wins, but Idol just came and took their work from them, and are now trying to get themselves up top 10 positions.
Exactly. You can see here, Zero Wins cleaning out Idle. They know how to fight. And so the raid defense has been average at best, but the PvPing outside. Look, die for this, just running around on everyone. Also trading with Borov. Sasha coming in. Cleaning house. Another one. Another one. Joker goes down. Under's already downed. I think 0 wins do clean up here. They will get some raid defense points in a moment too, as they will kick in. Plus the PvP points they've got from pushing Idol away. That was some really strong defense in there.
Yeah, 0 wins managed to restabilize and will now probably move on to rebuilding their base, resetting a bit, trying to get everything out of back into their control. As we're now going over to search for more raids that are going on, and we see right here Kittens laying down a rocket barrage on Snowmers.
Yep, RNC, a couple of people on the one side there, but look at what Kittens have done. RNC have done a little bit. Kittens are bringing the house down. You don't have a base anymore, sir. Your base is getting opened up.
Yeah, Kittens have managed to crack even the inner layer already and are now trying to push up. We see Eve up front, and Snowmers just have holes where they get shot through everywhere. They had their nice shooting floor, but it has been damaged severely now. And so they cannot really get the angles that they want to. There we see the very pretty Rustoria door.
Just trying to subtly show it off. You can see there, RNC beaming the way in this corner. RNC on 193 points in 5th place. They would go on to 233 points if they take this, which would put them into 4th over Oranges, but just behind 0 wins. And again, RNC are a momentum team, personally, from my experience. If they get a raid like this out of the way, suddenly see a jump up in points, that'll really snowball their interest, their desire to win this tournament. And as much as we say, you know, in terms of the win record, no Pollux would be, you know, the favourites for the event. It's anyone's to play for, really, from 7th upwards, or even really, maybe, say, 8th and 9th, Gibbons and GSR, but being realistic, you know, who's going to be the more aggressive fighters and stuff. I don't see some of the teams like Gibbons, GSR taking out some of the bigger teams, whereas anyone in that top 5, I see can take out anyone else in that top 5, so...
Yeah, but still, currently, there is no sign of these rockets stopping raining down on Kin's base, and Eve has managed to find his way up onto the roof now. Yeah, and trying to push down from there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. It was on the back end.
But RNC actually managed to sneak away the TC, even though Kittens have had much more damage done to the base. RNC just took the opportunity and stole them the points away.
Yep, and this is what I mean about RNC, though. You know, they have good instincts about where a TC might be. Eve getting a lot of attack on there. Gibbons having a scout as well. Actually, to be fair, Gibbons have been on the hillside fighting, so wonder, is that a Gibbons helicopter? Yes, it is. Gibbons have flown over to have a look at this. Interesting. And this is Idol's base. Who was attacking it? Enyo tried to raid Idol. Sneaky. Don't see too much damage. Yeah, a little bit on the ground there. Might have been a one-man skirmish to try and distract them.
Yeah, try to distract them, or if they weren't home, they could have just started to try and find stuff, but...
Yeah. And what a difference it makes having, you know, 10 minutes free, really. You know, this was the corner that got absolutely destroyed. You can see doors going back on, need a few more windows, but otherwise, they have repaired. Enyo currently in 11th place and 99 points, but they've repelled the raid. You know, it's a good defense. See him.
Currently, still, that should be the remainders of RP space still being useful to some teams. They're still grabbing the loot out, and they're trying to shoot open these chests now.
Yeah. Again, you know, it's something you do see with some of the teams, you know. If you're short on gear, go blow some boxes up, get some more loot. But
collect some of the stuff that is laying around.
Exactly.
And currently we seem to be in quite a calm phase. A lot of raids that have been completed or have failed. So we see a lot of the teams now resetting, rebuilding, and thinking about what they're going to do from now on out.
Let's just have a look here, because obviously we've got Team Bob in 6th, the best in 1st place. They are two teams built next to each other. I'm very surprised they didn't take an attack on each other sooner. So I'm just having a look there. You see the best are running about. Looks like they're making a move on to Bob, so we'll see that shortly. I saw an attack. A helicopter. Oh, there we go.
Helicopter is now moving in
No
with
Pollax.
no Polak inside.
They're coming for the top spot. They are raiding first place. The best have gone out to try and raid Bob and then turning back by the looks of it. Look at the build speed here.
The question is, will they manage to be back in time, or will they get beamed before they can do anything? Polak is just trying to set up a little outpost, also surrounding the old RPer space.
Yeah.
Really excited. It could be a very good chance for no Polak to take them out. And Voxy is just kind of vibing in the middle of these two super teams. I don't know how he ended up there, but I wouldn't want to be in his position in that moment.
When you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bye, Voxy.
I think he has just accepted his fate at this point and is just mindlessly staring into the distance, awaiting his fate as... Although...
There's the firefight, it's starting.
Firefight is starting. Voxy manages to sneak away so far, building himself a little cover.
Ooh,
but now we
Bunny.
see Bunny pushing up, building himself these little protection walls, but this is of course a huge off angle, so they're trying to get rid of him as fast as possible. He gets beamed a bit, but starts healing up quite fast, but he has 4 people on his tail.
It's a great move. Again, the speed at which they're raiding here, they know this is going to be tough. Bunny knows it's a danger spot. Dr. Dre comes around, gets Bunny. But it's okay, Bunny can respawn behind them. Now it's a case of stopping the best, flanking them hard.
Yeah, we hear now the first rockets coming into the base of the best. But their rotation has been very well. They managed to get behind the protection wall that No Polak has built themselves. And so start to flush them out now and then circle them. Which is devastating for No Polak.
And it's exactly the way they should have played there. The best. Get in behind, get the bags out, get the beds out, boxes, you know, just turn them away. And so, if no Pollux really want to make this a fight, stand your ground now in your walls and just fight back. PvP only. You're not going to get the raid off here. You're potentially going to risk boom. You've got to fight back and keep your boom. And Lavelle taking a hit on the side there too. The Spook Symphony flanks around. It's not looking good for no Pollux. Yeah, C4 going down too. Dylan Zito taking the right peek. ZDV coming around too. Wonder if he's going to peek it. Oh no, Dylan's gone down. Sack came from behind. Yeah, it's all gone a bit south very quickly here for no Pollax. Though Bob have turned up, hearing the boom. This could be a fun one. You've just gone to raid them, got distracted because no Pollax turned up, and now.
Yeah, that's something that happens. These firefights start attracting other teams, which then see themselves with a good opportunity to just sweep in.
100%. And obviously, you know, Bob are in 6th place. They're not a bad team. You know, if this was like last place, then you say maybe they won't come and raid. But this is not last place. This is 6th place. They have got some fight in them. They know there's some damage being done already to the base for the best. Not much, but a little bit. And Pyrokeens, yeah, hugging the gate, peeking the shot, takes that ZDV. And now the base is just getting ripped apart. I don't know if no Pollax will be able to come back into this on either side, but the more they can do to distract the best out of the way. One is still alive, Bunny is still alive. If they can hold their ground here, 1, 2, 3's back 2, so they've got some sort of spawns. And the best are now trying to flank back on the other side.
Yeah, but I don't really see any way that would make sense for No Polak to re-engage into this fight, as they have currently been taken out well, but you see I'm cheating, by the way, just getting beamed right there.
So It was a pretty tricky one. Sack might make the push here. Good cover from Pyrokeens. Now for the counter. Think about it. And Sack goes down. So, Bob, let's fight another day. Picks up the gun, not leaving anything around there. And now Pyrokeens has made his way inside. Rat mode engaged. He's going in. Boom on the other side too.
Yeah.
1-3 still raiding. Nice. Oh.
And we see a 0 wins flying in with a heli.
What is this? What is this fight? So, second place have come to raid first, after third place failed, and sixth place are still doing it. This is madness. But again, this is what I said, you know, there's only 14 teams left, and people will know roughly where people came from, you know. It's fairly easy to track where teams are flowing in from.
Yeah, and I have another quite scary thing to report. Meanwhile, on M12, RNC, the full team has just landed on the roof of Chancho's base with a helicopter.
Oh, no.
And started to just ply through. Sadly, one of the team members has died because of the, let's call it, not so safe landing.
Yeah,
but
it's called it bad flying.
But they're now starting to move in, and only my thumb is broken is back here to defend it, and I would be very scared right now if I was him.
Yeah, just looking, you can hear a turret going off. Pretty sure they might have actually land the helicopter trying to block it, but no, they haven't. Where is it?
Question is, where is the rest of Team Chancho?
I mean, the speed they're going at, I'm not sure it's going to matter.
Yeah, they're...
Look at the C4 job here.
They were just caught off guard by them raiding outside, and that chopper play was, although it was a bit scuffed since they did not really land that well, but it worked out for RNC. And now 123 has made it back to the base. Pig Puppy T is also back here. Trove as well, but I'm wondering if they can gear up in time to try to defend from the barrage of rockets and C4 that is coming in from RNC.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think they can, but let's see. Ooh. There you go, Tarolf melted. RNC are just pummeling away at Chancho's base. Oh, no!
The TC is exposed and Chancho is out.
Didn't expect TC to be there.
And with that, RNC snatched themselves a second place. Remember what you said about momentum a couple of minutes ago. This is exactly what you were talking about. They now just, with that massive 7-man helicopter, managed to snatch themselves another 40 points plus an extra couple of PvP points.
Yep. So we're down to, it's 31 minutes, 19 seconds to go. We're down to 12 teams. Enyo are in last place, 103 tied with Idle, which is not terrible. At least they're in triple digits. Now we've got Team Gibbons trying to get rid of another. 0 wins in third place, coming under heavy fire. And this is the problem we've got with, obviously, more teams going out. There'll be fewer teams then to counter. So Gibbons themselves will have a safe distance here that they're using. They can just pound away. If they know they've got more rockets, don't get in PvP range. Don't let them shoot you. Just smash this down. Because there's only so much repair work that can be done. And with that, 0 wins will feel the force of that. If Gibbons take this, 208 points, it would put them into 5th place, ahead of Bob, and with 0 wins out the way, they're jumping back 1 place.
Yeah, and another thing is, again, the rest of 0 wins is out raiding. They have to make their way back now, so they're in a similar position that just a second ago the other guys were in, so they will most likely suffer the same fate as Chancho's, and I died for this and manages to get up onto the roof, starts re-equipping himself to maybe try to make some defensive actions, but it's not looking like any of the other 0 wins members are starting to come close to here soon.
Yep, and they might not physically be able to get back in time. Obviously they can F1 kill, but are they going to have all the beds on time? Just the sheer rockets here, velocity, amount. Just Spam, 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 spam. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, just this artillery fire coming in. They have cracked the core of the base now.
Yeah, Borov doing his best. Just not enough, is it?
Yeah, and I die for this. Has now moved outside, trying to just spray down some enemies. But Gibbons are returning the fire, so he cannot really do anything. And during that, still that rocket barrage continues, and is being fired in.
Yeah. And we got Voxy in chat from Team Chancho as well. Says, "Do not check our stats at the end." It's bad. Well, it looks bad from the speed at which they raided you, so we'll do our best to be delicate. But oh, it's just a blitzkrieg here. As GSR have gone to VG. Let's quickly go have a look where that was. So this was GSR in the middle of this. VG got it. Oranges were contesting it. This is Orange's base next door. So VG and Oranges will no doubt be the ones to contest each other now. As though we also have down here, this is no Polax. So the area goes from 6 bases to 3. We're going to go back. If it allows us to. There you go. Back onto Gibbons raiding. But PlayStation owners on the flank. Let's see what happens here. Or is he naked? Oh, he's naked. He's spawning outside. That's not even a counter flank. I think this might be the game over for 0 wins, Pridä. Having to spawn outside and run back in.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing that happened to Chancho happened to them. They were just caught lacking while a big part of their team was outside raiding. So, yeah, they were just blown to pieces at this point.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. Again, you can see they're trying to get Twig up. Reminder as well, obviously, for anyone who might be new, that when building materials like this get put in place, obviously Twig's Twig and it's useless, but if they're putting in a wall like stone, sheet, armoured, these things, if they're a replacement repair job, they don't have full HP. So they'll still block a rocket, but they don't have the full soaking damage to protect against, 2 or 3 hits or multiple C4s. So, it's worth getting the shield up to block any rocket incoming, and they are doing that successfully. At the same time, these walls are going to take a while to heal up, and Gibbons will be able to, if they've got the rockets to do it, they'll be able to splash through this fairly quickly. Like so. Beautiful when it happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it is just a great thing to see all these rockets coming in. Sooner or later, the TC is going to be exposed.
Denied. But counter-killed, so, it's fun though. Yeah, Borov goes down in a 1-for-1 trade. PlayStation owner trying to peek and hold out. Again, smart use of hiding there. It does feel like we're at the end of days here. Oh, it's a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath, but 0 wins comes out on top, surprisingly.
Yep.
So far,
it is a little bit easier for the defending teams. Obviously, you know your base layout, you know all the doors, and have access to them. Just having a look around to see if we can see any sort of sign of where a TC might be. Give me a look around here. You have got a few door access points that are potentially hiding it in the walls, rather than the core. It just seems, it depends how much boom Gibbons have got to sustain. Obviously, with the blitzkrieg approach, it's really good to hit hard and just whittle a base down. But you've got to be quick and then get in on things as well. Stop them doing the repair work. Keep them opened and exposed. And, C4 going on that, so we're going to peek through. There's half floor. So while we're here, let's have a quick check on the map. We have 3 raids on the go, so let's have a quick check up at P6. Because no Polax and the best are raiding, I believe this is Bob. Yes, it is. So they quickly turned back onto Bob. And again, no Polax. Had a base on the side of the spawn point. Where's Dempsey going? Okay, so they've got quite a bit of a breach down here. They've already taken quite a bit of the corridor out. Like he was single tapping something. So, bit of a scuff fight. No Pollax. Bob Zaki getting after BG. There's BG holding up. It's close. Zaki's playing very cautiously. BG goes down. Loses the trade there.
We just see No Polak getting swiped again and Bob managing to defend, but they have the Greek Freak inside their base.
Yeah, and I'm sure if they're watching, you know, obviously there'll be a few people that normally play in amongst their teams, and yeah, I'm thinking, you know, the likes of Danny, who Deathwing called washed up, but also, I mean, I'm thinking, I don't think Trousers playing today either. I think these are the sorts of players that might be thinking, you know what, if we were in no Pollax today, you know, a lot better outcome. But still, they're in third place, also, sorry, joint second tied to RNC. The best have got a good lead, but it's all up for grabs if they can take a TC here. 40 points now would put either RNC or no Pollax into first place.
Yeah, it's a very close top 3 position that we're currently having, which is why it's important for the other teams to start targeting the best so they can get them out and maybe secure themselves the lead through that way.
I'm sorry, this is the best space. We were a bit too far over Bob. So this is top spot being raided. So even if somebody else takes them, if Bob takes them, this is top spot gone.
Yeah,
So,
and if top spot is gone, it's really anyone's game. Like, no Pollax, RNZ, and Zero Wins are so close together.
And if Zero Wins just jumped into second place, just looking around, obviously we've lost the base down here. We lost obviously the HSP base a while ago. Checking up here on the hillside over in the snow as well. Team Gibbons were coming under fire. Just double check, yeah, Momis is still online, their builder. So again, people have got their eyes on them. Idle and Inyo still okay up top. So it's literally just the one raid at the moment, 22 minutes 18 seconds to go. But this could change the entire course of the event. And again, Pridä, bring us back to the momentum point we mentioned too. Obviously, RNC are very close regardless of, you know, 1 TC in it for them. Realistically, 1 TC technically and a bit in for Oranges. You know, they could still, with a few kills, make up the difference. But
exactly,
RNC have the momentum, and yet they're not doing anything at the moment. Why? Because they are out farming. They'll be getting boom, getting some gear.
They're getting another helicopter at that point.
Yeah, Finnegan Fox in chat says, how many points for breaking Swig? There's no points for breaking Twig. You're getting points for kills, you're getting points for taking the Bradley tank with the attack helicopter, and obviously the most important one, you're getting points, 40 points, taking out the TC of the enemy, and that will eliminate them from the event. If we just pan around this area at the moment, everyone's back and forthing here with respawns, trying to grab gear. And Zero Wins are also here as well. So, the best, Bob. No Pollax, Zero Wins. That's 4 of our top 6 teams are here. RNC and Oranges are the ones not showing up at the moment.
Yeah, but RNC are doing work elsewhere. On H16, they're starting to tear down the base of Kittens. They have set themselves up very well. And are laying down this rocket barrage that we already had a couple of times today.
Yeah.
Down on Kitten's base. Currently, it seems like a bit of a stalemate, but still these rockets doing work.
Kittens are behind them as well. Even Hawkeye got shots down an RNC spawn point. So great flank there. Joker's down, Fax down, 8 hours for Bradley down. No, 8 HV, sorry, for Bradley. So just looking.
Oh, Hawkeye gets taken out, but still, they managed to trade back Fox. And now, Eve is just sitting up there while Joker is sneaking up from behind as well. Running around that mountain.
Getting these beds out is the big part. RNC needed to deal with Kittens, with Eve. Let's see if Bradley can do anything. Spawn top. It might just be naked yet. It's a naked bag spawn. So even Hawkeye have dented any of RNC's attempt to raid here. Bit of an amateur move, really. I thought they would have known to clear out there. And yeah, RNC have been caught with the pants down a bit. And this is the extent of the damage they've done on the approach. We're inside the last 20 minutes. Not enough damage onto Kittens. Kittens will get some raid defense points. But we have a nearby raid again. There's Oranges and VG kicking each other. 5th takes and 7th. Oranges get it. 320 odd. They would jump into 2nd. 323.
Yeah, and Kittens now clearing out the last of remaining RNG people and restabilize inside of their base, while VG is being bombarded again.
Yeah, but this is the thing, we did say everyone's in such a close position. It's no surprise they're being aggressive at the end. They know one last hurrah. And realistically, with 2 quick raids in this time, you can get for 80 points,
But no Polax have heard the explosions in VG space, and they're now also moving up as well, trying to get in some, shooting at prefix back there. Or just shoot him down. They're building up their defensive walls to not immediately get PvP'd out, but VG is in a tough spot here.
Yep. Perfects. Oh, one goes down again. That's twice in the matter of seconds, really. It's Perfect's taking a lot of fire. Finn is close. Maybe makes the push. Does need the push. There you go. Gets the beam. Lavelle goes down, though. VG defending out that side. But all the while that's going on, Oranges are just bombarding this.
Yeah, and if I were VG, I would be scared that my TC just gets hit while I'm PvPing against no Polak on the other side. So they really gotta start thinking on how they maybe can get out of this crazy situation as the crazy gets taken out inside of their base.
Yep, M29 goes, M24 goes down. And we are looking, I say, a bit of a scuff situation. The bases are starting to get opened up. Have a quick check of the map as well. So we saw the raid. RNC on Kittens, not doing a lot. We'll come back and check the raid up in the northeast in a second. I do want to stick with this just because, again, 7th place VG, whoever takes it does get a big jump here. No Polaks would jump into 2nd place. Again, the best have really extended their lead. 383 at the moment. They're nearly 70 points clear.
For both No Polak and Oranges, whoever takes this TC will end up in 2nd place. And so might be even able to go challenge the best. But if the best just start defending well, I don't think that another team will be able to catch up that fast unless Zero Wins does something drastic.
It's all a bit bananas at the moment. We're so close to the end. And still no real clue. Obviously, the best would be our top shot at who's going to win the tournament. But it's an unusual one, being this close. There were a lot of teams. The best base is opened up. I'm surprised no Polaks aren't going back for that. But maybe they know. You know what? If we can get a raid off here in VG, we can go take out top spot and steal the win for ourselves. Better to get the points here and then make that jump. Let someone else do the work on the best.
Yeah, but Orange is now slowly starting to lurk inside VG space. Coming up and trying to see if they can do any damage with their hand, but the turret is deterring Orange from pushing faster.
Yep, and that's Orange's base with RNC behind them. VG Yuka.
And no Polaks get caught in the crossfire. Already 5 of them dead as well. VG taking quick care of them. And they're starting now to respawn and reset.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a no Polaks win today. They're close, but just feels like a little bit of edge missing. I'd be more inclined to believe someone like RNC could steal it by taking out the best. And not say that, the PvP points for no Polaks will be strong. They always are. It just feels like a little bit of a shortfall in their their raiding capacity. And speaking of which, obviously RNC are lurking nearby. Kittens are coming out too. 15 minutes almost on the dot coming up. So we're very close.
Yeah, everybody is being attracted by this fight. Just the constant explosions and stuff will get every team thinking, maybe we can grab off something here. if they can get free 40 points by just stealing away that TC, for all of the teams that are still in the run, that is an insane advantage. But the best as well, slowly climbing up with just more PvP points and raid defense points by just being consistent at defending. And Kittens is coming in with a mini heli to trying to scout out VG.
Yeah. I'll see everyone piling in, everyone around here now. FPS nightmare, so apologies for any bits of it lags a little bit. Because again, we've got Kittens, RNC, Oranges, no Polax, and when they want to get involved, VG as well. You know, all battling out over the course of 2 bases. Fruity Mike Rib in chat. It's to say, you know, what is this? And this is Base Invaders. This is a tournament. We have EU and NA, and we've got 30 minutes left of the EU one. NA will be coming up at 8 o'clock UK time, which will be 9 Central European time. Or if you're on Eastern time, be, I believe, what, 3 in the afternoon on the East Coast. Which will make 11 AM Pacific, if my maths is correct. But
yeah, and we see Littenstab slowly trying to find holes and getting into the base of VG. And Fox already died up top, but they're now pushing in. RNC trying to secure themselves a space in that base to try and grab some win points as well. Yeah. VG, meanwhile, taking out the back line of RNG. Maybe trying to finally clear out these bats so they cannot respawn that closely, but meanwhile, RNG is just stomping through their base with no stop in sight.
Yeah, you look at the rooftop, we've got control here. Lichnost up with Joker. Having a nice time. VG are on outside spawn, so it's not looking good for the base defense.
Yeah, now it's just a question of time on when this base will fall.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If the best can get enough progress in that they won't be caught up with, even if the base falls. But now no Polax is being very opportunistic and taking out some of the RNC members to try to get these 40 points for themselves.
Yeah, and they need to do it. They need to be doing this. You know, kill the enemy players as they're trying to get in, steal this TC of your neighbours, because there's been a couple of raids where they were so close themselves, no Polax. You know, you can see them all piling in here. It's a no Polax little group, all holding the upper floors. But you need to get some damage down, you know. You need to be saying, right, where are we raiding? This Perfect goes down. All these balls. Here's Yuka. There goes Yuka. Hexar.
A lot of explosions going on in the base as well, as RNC on the rooftop trying to deal some damage to maybe finally get through to this TC and destroy it.
Yeah, so it's the amount of gunfire in the rockets is very hard to hear quite so well as the casting team. You know, there's a lot going down. You know, 11 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Does feel like we're about to, didn't mean to do that, but it does feel like we're about to find TC very shortly. It feels like VG's end is nigh. And if that is the case, then we will be down to a top 10 only. There'll be only 10 teams left. I was hoping, you know, 45-minute mark, there was only 14 teams left. I was hoping we'd see more teams eliminated, but again, you know, a lot of the raids slowed down, a lot of the raids stalled out. It does sometimes happen. Teams run out of boom.
And now a helicopter is coming in with Team Oranges landing on top and crashing the helicopter into no Polax, and are now pushing down to try to get VG to fall.
Let's see if they can make anything happen here. Oranges, if they've got enough boom, they might just go around straight on the core.
Eve now sneaking in as well from the bottom side. Kittens trying to get some work done. Now it's just a question of who will get these 40 points, who will be managed to like climb the ranks. But at the moment, no TC is in sight. And slowly now, with only 10 minutes left, the adrenaline is going to start kicking in for some of these teams, because they need to find that TC in a timely manner now if they want to have any shot at trying to break down the best space before this event ends.
Well, Orange... Oh, VG have gone to Kittens.
Kittens have managed to climb up a bit, but that's definitely not who I would have expected to take it. But what a brilliant sneak in by Kittens, just climbing up, taking the best, or grabbing the opportunity that they had to get the highest amount of points that they could have possibly got with as little work done as they possibly could have done.
Yep. So Kittens do get the TC there. 247 points. They're just behind Bob now. Still a gulf of a way away from Oranges and any contesting for the top spots, but still solidified into the top 10, into really top 7. I don't see Gibbons catching up now in 8th between them. So we've got 8 minutes 52 seconds to go, and if we look at the map, we've got a couple of raids on the go. So we'll head over to Zero Wins first, as Idol have been dealt with. Oh, actually, no, they haven't. Idol's still there. There we go. Couldn't see the names. Idol are nice in the mix, and Armoured has been dealt with. Ooh.
And still, it looks like a lot of damage has been done to this base so far.
Yeah. I mean, you think about how much damage, though, that Gibbons did before.
Exactly. Yeah, now Ida are just taking this opportunity, but...
But even then, Gibbons did all that damage, and it was against Sheep. Now, Zero Wins have armoured up in 2nd place. They've... Oh, it's there!
The TC is open, and they have found it. Now
so
it's a question if Zero Wins manages to still defend it, even though it has been found, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
I say they've traded 1 for 1. So any second, we should see TC go. Get a C4 in it or something, boys.
And that is 2nd place taken care of. 12th place taking out number 2. So no Polax now moving up a bit.
Yep.
But will it be enough? Can they catch up these 100 points in 7 minutes?
I'd say it's an 80-point gap. No Polax have really only got one opportunity now to take out the best. Same for everyone else, really. If Oranges, RNC, no Polax all decide to raid the best at the same time, we've seen it before. Teams have done it before. It's a bit scummy, being honest. But if they do all team up of some fashion, you know, rather than teaming up specifically, but if they do all decide they're going to raid this one, they know that it's a bit of a, almost like a, you know, just a revolver chance of just, let's see what we can achieve.
And so, Bob managed to rip up the outside wall of the base of the best. And I could imagine that soon other teams will start moving here. The question is, can they make it in time?
Yep. So he's looking at Idol's base. Enyo and Gibbons are in the mix over on Enyo's base. Sorry, Idol's base. There's C4 going off. So we are down to 10 teams. Let's see, because anyone in red, remember, is eliminated. So best in first, no Polax. Second, Oranges, RNC, Bob make up top 5. Kittens, Gibbons. Actually, is that no?
Meanwhile, to quickly answer to Twitch chat, sadly, Twitch drops were only for the Twitch Rivals event and are now disabled.
Yep. Well, Thursday to Saturday, unfortunately. So it was tied in with that.
Oh, and now back there we see another helicopter loaded with people slowly trying to approach on our base. RNC managed to grab themselves another helicopter, but the question is, are they now trying to make their way over to the best, or are they trying to find a different target? Currently, they're located at S8.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick check. See if anyone's around S8 for the airfield.
They're probably moving to S5 and trying to get in there, but
the logic is you take out the best. You've got 5.5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, now you see them pull up there. Trying to take the far swing.
They might just go for Bob. I don't know
why
because
they would. Bob's base is undefended.
It's undefended, but it's not going to be enough. It'll put you second. It won't put you in first. To get first, they have to be the ones that take out the best. At this point now, even it's nothing short of taking out the top spot will be the winning of action. So,
but they're taking the indirect route just so they don't get spotted by everybody and immediately shot down. Yeah, now they're trying to land behind Bob. Managed to do a... safe touchdown of RNC, now building up their bets. And
Oh!
no Poleaxe was eliminated by Orange as
No!
well. We were watching the best. Now Orange is in second place, very close to the best, but...
It's rare to see it, but a Deathwing team has been eliminated. I'm just trying to see how much damage they've done inside, how far they've breached. This doesn't look like much of a breach at all.
Apparently, if RNC manages to swipe through and get rid of the best, they should rack up enough points to overtake Oranges with the PvP points in consideration.
Yep, they'll be on 360 if they get the TC, which is not enough. But this is crazy. It's going to be a crazy ending. So 360 will not be enough if they take TC. They have to get some PvP points in the mix too. Already got a couple. I think the more the merrier. Idle, still under fire, but the raid we've got to go to is this one. I'm going to sit here now for the last 3-4 minutes. RNC, last ditch push onto team the best. The best survive, the best win. That simple.
And now everybody starts to pull up here. And everybody wants to get piece of the best, quite literally. And there's just crossfire everywhere.
Oh, nearly. So very nearly. Here's Bob as well. Lichnost. Will he get second time round? No. Tried it.
Lich Bros just turned on him and took him out, but Joker falls. Was shot down from afar.
Yeah.
As RNC now need to think about how they want to restabilize.
Yeah. I'd say they haven't got a bed spawn point, which is what I thought they would do, unless that's their bed spawn perhaps. But RNC, this is key now. Oranges are getting some points as well. I'm not sure who Oranges are picking on, but they can't, it's as simple as Oranges cannot win, RNC cannot win unless they take out the top dogs. It's between those two now. Second and third, if they rock up on this, can eliminate them.
I believe Oranges cannot make it here, so they're just trying to get some points at another place and just hope that somebody takes out the best.
Yep,
I think that is the strategy that they're going for.
Yeah, I'm just having a look down now. Obviously, again, action elsewhere. As we see, Jomias gets muted. Naughty, naughty. Oranges have dealt with a bit of action from Kittens. A bit further up. Oranges... Who's... Oh! Oh, this is sneaky. This is RNC's base.
Oh! That would be insane. RNC is completely busy raiding the best currently. So if they can take them out, would they would not quite manage to catch up to the best though.
Wouldn't be. They're about 65, 70 points off. So if they did take TC out from RNC, it would be a nice idea. As say, Fax and Eclipse are back. Eclipse goes down, Fax goes back, Kravang on his own.
But yeah, the timer is ticking down, 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'm going to be honest, it does not look like the best will fall in this amount of time. They're defending this very well. The inner core of the base has taken some damage, but not enough for people to push in and actually start harassing them. Yeah. And meanwhile, Spook is actually just shooting down. Well, he was taken out now, but he was beaming away on Bob and RNC just a moment ago.
And again, it shows you the differences. Obviously, some people have to say, maybe they'll say they've had a bad event or whatever, didn't quite fit for them. But we saw teams like No Polax and Bob fully inside the best base. If that was a different day, No Polax wouldn't have let anybody live. They'd have been all over it. They'd have been like, right, you know what? No, this is our base. We control it. Get rid. They'd have eliminated them by now. They'd have been at home, PvPing and clearing at their own area, and they wouldn't have been raided by by Oranges behind the back because they wouldn't have got near the base. So, just little things make a big difference. And we've got 30 seconds to go.
The best really living up to their name at this point. Just gripping on to the last reminders of their base for the last 20 seconds. And I think at this point, just desperation attempts will be made. We see Fox just trying to hop in, trying to do damage, taking out ZDV with a rocket, but gets taken out instead. And now it's basically a done deal because we are over in 3, 2, 1. And I would say congratulations to the best for pulling off that win of the event today.
That was a dramatic end. Obviously, again, I did not expect to see no Polax taken out by Oranges, but again, timely. It's all about striking when they're not ready for it. RNC got hit as well, but came back with a couple of people because of weird respawns because of the fight they were getting and struggling with the best. So again, only 8 teams survived out of our 23. Shows you how hostile today was in the EU. I hope for more of the same for NA. So quick look then through the stats, and we look at the first team, the best, the winners. 1 raid, 6 defenses. 6. That's a heavy amounts of defenses there. But
And
you
they
know
have
what?
been racking up points with that all event long. It's not as explosive as when you see a TC getting killed, but these points matter as well.
Yep. And so you can see there, Dr. Dre 63 kills, Sack 55, Spook Symphony 52, Greek Freak 50, 49 for ZDV, I'm Cheating 41, Tank Dempsey 40. They've done a good job fighting to defend. 350 kills to 275 deaths. Positive's always the way forward, but that's still a decent positive in total anyway. And just shows a lot of it was just them riding out the storm. They were fighting for their base, just keeping themselves alive. Pays off.
Yeah, and you see it with the kill difference from, just look at the kill difference from the best to Oranges.
Yep.
They have a kill difference of 60 kills. And those 60 kills, they didn't come from nowhere. Those are just the best, just hoarding out in their base, defending it, and just slowly gaining these points to one up the others on the leaderboard.
100%. And again, just looking at the team, obviously, as well, in terms of who was in the best. Some regular players we saw like Mango, Krendek, Num. Num's first win. So congratulations on that one. Sak, Shiniami, and Slav in there. And again, these are players that we see in a lot, but even though they're in a lot, we've got a first win in there for Num. Somebody who's been in a lot. So there's still plenty to play for a lot of these players. It's not just about proving a point against other people. There's still a very competitive edge in the mix. And we look at second place. 2 raids, 2 defenses. The raids both coming quite late on. Very smart movement from them. 59 kills from Manticora, 50 for number 58, 45 for Menace, and then it starts to tail off. But again, positive KDA, aggressive with the raids, done some defending. Same for RNC in third. 2 raids, 3 defenses. But you do see the kills tailing off in terms of total and who's got what. Normally Joker on 32, Aaron's Eclipse on 26. You normally see them on a bit higher score. But Tripler near the top, same for 8 HVs.
Yeah, but for
still a
me,
consistent score.
RNC was the king entertainment wise. Like, they have managed to do so much, so fast and explosive raids. Sometimes they didn't go well. Of course, we saw that. Them being taken out. But sometimes that just explosive all-in playstyle paid off, and it's something that is extremely entertaining to watch.
100%. So RNC 2 raids, 3 defenses. Again, managed to hold off at the end there for the third defense against Oranges with another sneak attack behind the doors. But as I say, generally consistent kill score, but just not quite where RNC wanted to be. A little bit sharper today, and we could have seen them taking first place rather than finishing in third. Looking at Bob, again, Bob, 1 raid, no defenses. How, when you're built next to the first place team, do you not have to defend yourself? Doesn't make sense. And again, Pyrokeens, joint top score there, 49. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name in second place because Russian's hard. But still, 49, 49, 45, 32, 22, 17, 11. Starts to tail off, but still, strong shooting from the top 2. And a good KDA. Could have been a bit more active. I think I'd have liked to see them, maybe use a bit of the downtime more and farm up and really just slam into almost try and foundy wipe the best. If you're not going to be able to do much with the raid, wait it out, farm up, and then go hard. Because they could have taken the top spot out. That would have put them into third place still, but they'd have been much closer to RNC. With the top spot out, somebody might have come and tried to raid them, get some raid defense points, some kills. Maybe you do still top place. Fifth place then, Kittens 259. 2 raids, 1 defense. Just positive by 24 points. Again, starting to see the kill score coming down. 6th place Gibbons, more of the same, raid defense. Decent KDA, but only Jomius is pulling away in terms of the kills. Momius did the building, and everyone in between, a little bit lackluster. Idols in 7th, and 1 and 3 raid defense, really paying off for them. Not much in the way of kills, surprisingly. Joker particularly 6 But obviously, that's not RNC's Joker, a different one. But within 24 points, might be happy with that. Might be satisfied. I'm not sure. Surviving's more important than going out. And then finally, last place, Team Enyo, 163 points, no raids, 2 defenses, negative KDA, which you'd expect for a team that was quite heavily sieged upon. Timo Lover, only with the 7 points. Bit disappointing that one. Bring in somebody in to play for your team and he doesn't pull his weight. Tut tut. But Zach leading the way on 33 points, Max 24. Really so low sense 20. Deepex 16. And then the rest, well, the rest is there. Oof.
Yeah,
So
but
luckily, don't have to read more stats today. Only 8 teams.
But yeah, it was an amazing event. A lot of quick raids. We got a lot of TC destructions on camera, and it was very entertaining to watch, at least for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got a lot of early TCs on camera, which was always a good sign. And just a shame, we came so close to seeing the best eliminated, but they held on. We came so close to seeing, the Deathwing gang and BG, making that jump into first place, but they couldn't quite get there. Kept losing a couple of raids, then hit from behind by RNG, so eliminated. RNC got themselves some momentum, but just not quite enough time. They tried on Kittens, for example. I think if they'd maybe spent a bit more time rather than trying Kittens, just went straight for the best. We could be looking at them in top spot now. They'd have been winners by 5 points over Oranges. So, again, decision making, you can only do what you can do at the time, best moves possible. And, unfortunately, it wasn't to be for them, but big congratulations to the best. Again, as we say, first time win for none, but congratulations to the rest of you as well. Really well deserved, especially with 6 raid defenses. You cannot knock that. This isn't somebody just being messed about. This was quite a lot of heavy sieging from the likes of, RNC, Bob, No Polax, just really, really digging in. That will do it for us, though. I see we do try and get talks with the winners sometimes, but can't get them today. We will be back in about, what time is it now? It's 7:15 UK time. We'll be back at 8:30 UK time for the NA event, brought to you by myself, and Trev is back with me casting, which will be good. Been a probably about 6 weeks since I cast with Trev just because of live events and stuff. So the devilish duo back at it. Again, more 7-man's actions. Hopefully some of these teams will have a grudge against the best and try and eliminate them early. See if we can get some drama. But big thanks to you, Pridä. Great first cast.
Thank you for having me, and I wish you good luck on casting the NA event.
So good luck to you as well. Pridä's going to be off to cast some Valorant now, so if you are interested in Valorant, do feel free to check him out. Where are you casting, Pridä?
I am casting for the Legio Invicta team, actually, which are going to be playing one of the group stage rounds in the CCL Valorant League. So if you want to find the exact stats, you can search me up on Twitter. The ad is PJCPRIDAE. And then you can hop over and watch me cast some Valorant.
There we go. So big thanks to Pridä. Big thanks to myself. Because why not? I'm going to thank myself. We did a good job here today. It was a good cast.
Yeah.
Really fun
tournament. Thank you very much.
It was a really fun tournament. So really glad to have got through that. And we'll see you very soon for what will be, hopefully, a very entertaining NA event. But for now, see you later.
See you later. Goodbye.